Rolls-Royce, the name instantly commands respect. It is the ultimate global symbol of extreme luxury and perfection. You expect a brand this prestigious to have been founded by royalty or elite businessmen. But the actual origin of Rolls Royce is a wild collision of two completely opposite worlds. Half of this billion-dollar company was built by a reckless, thrill seeking aristocrat who had millions handed to him, loved death defying races, and became the first British person to tragically die in a plane crash. The other half was built by an uneducated child whose family went completely bankrupt, whose father died when he was 9, and who survived by eating only sandwiches while living in a tiny room above a shop. This is the unbelievable true story of the two men who united to build the greatest car the world has ever seen. Our story begins in 1863 with Henry Royce. After his family's flour mill went completely bankrupt, his father died. Henry was just 9 years old. To survive, the little boy had to work scaring birds on the farms for a few pennies and later sold newspapers on the dangerous streets of London. He was totally uneducated, but he was fascinated by how things worked. By taking night classes in electrical engineering and working exhausting factory jobs, Henry managed to save exactly £20. With this tiny sum and his friend Ernest's £50, they started a small electrical business. They lived in a single room, barely ate anything but bread, and worked until their hands bled. Henry's obsession with absolute perfection led him to design high quality electric doorbells and eventually cranes. By the time he was in his 40s, he bought a used French car, realized it was terrible, and decided to just build his own engine from scratch. He called it the Royce 10. On the exact opposite side of the society was Charles Royce. On the exact opposite side of the society was Charles Rolls. Born into immense wealth and privilege, Charles went to Cambridge University and had a taste for extreme danger. He was a daredevil who flew hot air balloons, raced cars at breakneck speeds, and even competed in the infamous Paris to Madrid race where 8 people brutally died, causing the government to ban city to city racing forever. Charles' father had bought him his own luxury car dealership to keep him busy. Charles loved high end European cars, but was looking for something truly extraordinary to sell to the British elite. When an automotive pioneer named Henry Edmunds told Charles about a poor engineer in Manchester making an incredible two-cylinder car, he laughed. He only liked massive engines, but he agreed to take a look anyway. When Charles sat in Henry's car at the Midland Hotel, he was utterly speechless. It was an engineering masterpiece. He rushed back to London and told his partner, I have just found the greatest motor engineer in the world. In 1904, the starving genius and the wealthy playboy officially teamed up. They formed Rolls-Royce. Henry brought an unparalleled obsession, perfection to the engineering, while Charles brought the high society connections and brilliant marketing stunts needed to sell them. In 1906, they released the legendary Silver Ghost. To prove it was the quietest, smoothest car ever built, they pulled an insane publicity stunt. They placed a glass of water on the running engine. It was so perfectly engineered that the water didn't spill a single drop. It was immediately dubbed the best car in the world, and billionaires rushed to buy them. Charles Rolls' addiction to extreme danger finally caught up to him. In 1910, while pushing his aircraft to the absolute limits during a flight show, the plane fell apart in the sky. He died instantly at just 32 years old age, becoming the first Brit to be killed in an airplane crash. Henry Royce was devastated. His own health was rapidly falling, yet even when he was bedridden, he kept designing. On the night before he died in 1933 at the age of 70, his final act on earth was sketching a new shock absorber on the back of an envelope for his factory worker. Today, Rolls-Royce is a titan of luxury. It proves that when raw, hungry geniuses meet opportunity and master marketing, you can build a legacy that lasts forever.